Hello, gentlemen. You men who are standing at the crossroads of life. I am the woman who has already walked past menopause. I have witnessed thousands of marriages dying slowly in silence. I have sat in kitchens at midnight with my girlfriends, listening to them confess things they would never say to their husbands. And today, I am going to speak one hard truth out loud. Menopause is not a reason to end sex. Listen clearly to this. It is not, and it never will be a reason. If you accept the statement that no more sex is normal, you are digging the grave for your own masculine identity with your own two hands. You are killing the core bond of your marriage. Do not trust the deceitful silence inside that bedroom. Do not let your wife use biology as a shield to hide behind. Sit down, because what I am about to say is going to hurt. Society out there tells you that you have to be understanding with your wife. The experts on television tell you to give in and accept it. They say that a decline in desire is only natural, but I am here to tell you straight that they are wrong. They are creating a trap called normalization. This trap leaves men after the age of 50 completely abandoned. It treats your biological needs as an inconvenience. It turns your legitimate desire into a system error. It labels you a pervert for wanting your own wife. The truth is, a 54-year-old man still needs to be desired. You still need to be touched, to be held, to be looked at with hungry eyes. Your wife may have truly changed biologically, but that does not mean you have to suffer for the rest of your life. Modern medicine has plenty of tools to save this situation. The problem is not in her ovaries, gentlemen. The problem is in whether she is willing to make the effort or not. This is the harsh truth that nobody has the courage to tell you. Before we go any deeper, I need to make one important thing clear. I am not talking about relationships with domestic violence. I am completely excluding any case of physical or emotional abuse. I am not discussing marriages that were toxic from the very root. If you and your wife have hated each other for many years already, then menopause is only the last excuse being dragged out. What I am about to say is for couples who once truly loved each other, for husbands who are being unfairly cut off, for the decent man sleeping on a cold sofa. Now, let us look honestly at what is actually happening inside your home. I have seen 4 subtle behaviors that women often use. I call them the 4 moves of the cruel, fake menopause playbook. Listen carefully and see if you recognize your own situation. The first move is the unilateral decree inside the bedroom. Your wife has decided on her own that the sex life is over. She did not ask for your opinion, did not discuss, did not negotiate. She treats it as a decree that cannot be questioned. One morning you wake up and suddenly everything is finished. You were not even allowed to participate in that major decision. This is not biology. This is naked authoritarian rule. A marriage is 2 people, but she decided for both of you. The second move I call the medical article shield. Your wife shows you a stack of articles she found on Facebook. The content is only about how declining hormones is a normal part of life. She sends you the link. She prints them out. She reads them to you out loud. She uses medical data to slam the door on the conversation. She cherry-picks exactly the information that supports her own laziness. She completely ignores other positive medical solutions. She ignores hormone therapy, ignores lubricants, ignores physical therapy. Science becomes a weapon, not a tool for healing. The third move is the subtle guilt brainwashing. She makes you believe that you are a heartless, cruel man. I sacrificed for the kids for so many years and you still think about that? That sentence is like an arrow shot straight into your heart. Suddenly you feel like an immature little boy. You feel like a pervert just for wanting to be close to your wife. You start apologizing for having a natural and legitimate need. This is high-level psychological manipulation that very few men recognize. She turns your normal biological need into proof of your selfishness. The fourth move is active laziness, cleverly disguised. She flatly refuses to try hormone replacement therapy, known as HRT. The gynecologist suggests it. She says, "That medication is dangerous." You suggest lubricant. She says, "That is weird. I do not like it." You bring up pelvic floor physical therapy? She laughs coldly and walks away. She lets her own body atrophy more and more with each passing year. She chooses the easiest path, which is making you the one who has to sacrifice. Sacrifice for the rest of your life, with no negotiation, no way out. Now I need to talk about the science in a fair and balanced way. Yes, women after menopause do experience a powerful hormonal drop. Estrogen falls, and testosterone in women disappears along with it. This causes a condition called Hypoactive Sexual Desire Disorder, or HSDD for short. It leads to vaginal atrophy, which causes pain during intercourse. This is a biological truth. I am not denying it. But modern science does not stop at that pain. HRT is a true game changer in this field. Local estrogen can restore vaginal tissue in just a few weeks. Supplemental testosterone can awaken a sleeping libido. It helps a woman's body come alive once again. Research from the North American Menopause Society has confirmed this clearly. NAMS, short for the North American Menopause Society, is a highly trusted source. They recognize HRT as the most effective treatment available today. So what is the question, gentlemen? Here is the core question. If she truly loves you, she will go see a doctor. If she ignores every solution available, that is a refusal to make an effort. That is no longer biology. That is a personal choice. I need to introduce one more important scientific concept. Researchers call it the perception paradox inside a marriage. In English, it is called the under-perception bias, a psychological phenomenon that has been proven. A study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology shows this clearly. Long-married men tend to underestimate their wife's actual desire. You are afraid of being rejected, so you do not dare to ask for more. You withdraw gradually. You grow silent gradually. You swallow it gradually. Your silence unintentionally feeds her coldness. She thinks you no longer need it, so she lets it go too. The two of you become two islands inside the same bed. Sex is not only about relieving a physical urge. It is the dopamine reward system inside the human brain. It is the bonding oxytocin, the endorphins that heal old wounds. It makes couples noticeably happier and noticeably less depressed. When you stop having sex completely, your brain falls into darkness. Now I have to talk about this painful moment of awakening. You are living like a monk who was forced into a monastery, talked into giving up your legitimate needs by your wife for many years. You slowly become invisible inside your own home. Every rejection kills off another piece of the masculine power inside you. Every night, sleeping back to back, another thread of connection snaps. Your confidence vanishes like cigarette smoke in the wind. You begin to ask yourself a terrifying question late at night. Am I even still a real man anymore? That question bounces around inside your head all day long. You look at your younger co-workers and feel like your time has passed. You look in the mirror in the morning and no longer recognize yourself. This silence destroys you psychologically in the most brutal way, gentlemen. It leads to clinical depression, chronic insomnia, the loss of will to live. You cannot take command of your life when you cannot take command of your own bed. Do not let fake tolerance turn you into a slave for the rest of your life. So, what do we have to do now to climb out of this deep hole? I am telling you straight. You cannot force her to crave you. You cannot order her ovaries to start producing hormones again. But you have the right to refuse a marriage of deprivation. You have the right to ask for two-way effort from your partner. Stop arguing about soulless medical articles on Facebook. Redefine your own personal boundaries first. You are not the villain for asking for fairness. You are simply a man living honestly with himself. Now, I am going to give you a 4-step action plan you can use immediately. Step 1. Ask the realistic questions that cannot be dodged. Sit down at the kitchen table on the quietest Sunday morning. Look straight into your wife's eyes and ask, have you actually spoken to a doctor about HRT? Then ask, are you searching for a solution? Or are you just letting this happen? Then ask, do you still want to save this marriage? Force her to face her own responsibility. Do not let her dodge it with tears or silence any longer. Step 2. Lay out the issue directly, in a grown-up way. Psychology calls this adult-to-adult communication, not parent-to-child. Say it straight to her face. I cannot live like a monk forever. Then say, we find a solution together, or we have to seriously reevaluate where we are. No threats, no yelling, no banging on furniture. Be brutally honest, with the calmest voice you have. Your calm is the most powerful weapon you have in that moment. She is going to see that this is not a passing flash of anger. This is the final boundary of a grown man. Step 3. Rebuild non-penetrative dopamine in daily life. Start over with long hugs and 6-second kisses. Dr. John Gottman has proven the science behind that 6-second number. That is how long it takes for oxytocin to release inside the brain. It rebuilds the most basic feeling of safety and closeness. Stop fixating on jumping straight to intercourse the way you used to. Sex can begin again from a hand holding a hand, from a kiss on the forehead as you pass each other in the kitchen, from a 10-minute shoulder massage while she is watching television in the evening. Her body has to relearn that being touched is safe. Step 4. Stop carrying this pain alone in the dark. This is the step that 90% of American men skip. You think this is a private matter you cannot share with anyone. You hide it more carefully than your own bank account. But isolation is your biggest enemy right now. Reach out to communities of men who are going through the same thing. You need other men to confirm that your needs are legitimate. You need to hear similar stories so you know you are not crazy. You need a brotherhood to stand back up with you, together. If you feel alone in a room full of people, reach out to the brotherhood at helpformen.com. There, men just like you will help you get your confidence back. They have walked this road, and they know the way out. Hit like and subscribe if you want to hear truth that is grounded in science. I will see you in the next video on this channel. Do not let silence keep gnawing away at your masculine power. Do not let 10 years pass and look back filled with regret you cannot shake off. A 54-year-old man still has 30 years ahead of him. That is 1/3 of your remaining life, gentlemen. How you choose to live it is your decision. Finally, I want you to stand up and walk over to the bathroom mirror. Turn the lights up bright. Do not hide in the dark anymore. Look straight into the eyes of the man looking back at you. The eyes that once shone with the confidence of a 30-year-old. The eyes that once smiled as they watched your wife walk down the aisle. And now, ask yourself this most brutal question of all. How many more years are you going to live this forced monk's life? 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, before you realize that the man in the mirror has completely disappeared and all you have left is a faded shadow waiting for the day you go down into the grave.